Fyuui PTZ camera review.
Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Fyuui 1080p wireless cloud camera. They did send me this product review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product or finding out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. I've reviewed some more Fyuui products on my channel as well, so be sure to find those videos and give them a watch too. Now back to this product. You can see we got a nice retail box right here. This is a 1080p PTZ camera, so it's got pan, tilt, and zoom functionality, around 350 degrees for panning, 90-degree tilt, and a 4x zoom. 1080p full HD, two-way audio. It has night vision. It's IP66 waterproof rated, and it supports up to 128 gigabyte micro SD cards. Now guys, let's go ahead. Let's look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, we have your nice user manual right here. This is complete in color with screen grabs, walking you through how to set everything up with the mobile app. They even have a QR code in the instruction guide for you for the YCC365 Plus app, which you can download on iOS and Android devices. Next up, you can see we have our included power supply to power the camera. We have 4 screws and 4 wall anchors right here to install the camera to your house or any sort of structure. We also have a couple of cable connector covers right here if we want to use the wired settings on the camera right here. And that brings us to the camera itself. This looks really nice, guys. Great size, not too big, but very intimidating and looks really nice, really cool. We can see we do have a wired connector right here if we want to plug in an Ethernet cable to have it hardwired up for data transmission. We also have your power port right here to plug into the included power supply. And then we also have a reset button under this tab if we ever need to reset the camera. And the camera looks great. You can see it is wireless. We have 2 antennas for great signal strength. And this will pan, tilt, and zoom once we set it up. The lens itself looks really nice too, guys. You can see the IR sensors as well too for night vision. We have a speaker up here as well too. So everything looks great. It's got a good weight and feel to it as well. So now guys, let's go ahead on your iOS or Android device, search for the YCC365 app, get it downloaded so we can set this up. So we're back here now with the camera all set up and ready to go. I went ahead, I removed this back cover right here with 2 Phillips head screws, and I have a micro SD card that we're gonna install. You can see where it goes right there. If you're holding the camera like I am, you're gonna install the micro SD card with the pins in the air. Just gently push it in place, being careful not to drop it into the camera. You'll hear it click. Now you're ready to put this cover back on. Make sure that that seal is still intact right there. Get the cover back in place. Now reinstall the 2 screws. So we got those 2 screws put back on. We installed the micro SD card. Now we have the camera plugged in with the YCC365 Plus app downloaded on our smartphone, and we're ready to set up the device. So once you sign in and have the app downloaded, you'll be at this home screen where we can go ahead, select the big plus button at the center of the screen to add a device. Now we have a couple of different options for installation once it loads. An intelligent camera, so let's go ahead, let's select that one. We have 3 different options of how we want to add it: by a hotspot, scanning a code, or plugging it in with a network cable. Let's go ahead, let's select the first one and scan the code. So power on and then set or reset key for at least 5 seconds. So let's go ahead now. We have it powered on. Again, we have that reset button. Let's hold it down for 5 seconds.
Reset success.
The reset was successful. So we went ahead, did that. Let's go ahead, select next. Now we're going to be prompted to connect to a Wi-Fi network. At this step, please make sure you're connected to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. This will not work with a 5 gigahertz network. So go ahead, identify your network, then select next. Once you have your network information entered, you'll be at this screen where we need to align the QR code with the camera lens. So let's go ahead, let's do that right now. So you heard that beeping. So it's ready.
Please wait for Wi-Fi connecting.
It's ready to go to connect to the Wi-Fi. So let's go ahead. Let's push that blue button.
Please wait for internet connecting.
Now the device is working on connecting. All right, guys, it took less than a minute. The camera successfully set up. We can choose a device name or an input option of where we want to put this. Let's go ahead. Let's just select shop and start our experience. So here we go. We have the camera set up down here in the studio. Here's the screen you'll be at. We already have a nice live thumbnail right there for us. So let's go ahead. Let's explore a couple of settings before we get the camera installed. Now we're in the camera settings right here within the app, and everything looks really nice. You can see how clean the interface is. Let's dive into some of the device details that we can change. So in the top right-hand corner, select that settings gear icon, and we can view all of our device settings. So you can see at the top, we have your basic information we can adjust. We can turn on the alarm. If you want to have the alarm on, we can adjust night vision, image rollover. We could turn on intelligent tracking if we want the camera to try and track us. So I have the camera right here. Let's see what happens if I move in and out of the frame. So it's trying to follow me right now, and it definitely is tracking my movements right here. So that's really cool. Let's go ahead. Let's turn that back off. We can view more device details. We can share this device if we have somebody's phone number. We can do motion detection, sound detection. We can adjust the sensitivity levels and the detection area. We can also view push notifications if we want to turn those on and off right here. Choose to receive all the notifications or just a summary of them. Let's go back out. We can also see our storage settings as well. So we can view the device storage if we want to like format it. So we can see those details right there. And then we can also choose where we want to play back the videos from if we have the cloud plan or the memory card. You can settle that right there. You can also see your network settings as well and remove the device if you need to. Really quick, I'll show you the detection area. So if you wanted to highlight a certain area for detection, you can do that right there. Hit finish. You could select everything within the frame if you wanted as well. So that's a brief look at the settings. Let's go back into the camera settings again to see everything in real time. So then we can see further down, we have our bit rate right there. We also have our playback option. So we can scrub back to previous footage that it's been recording since we've set this camera up. So we can see all that right here. And you can adjust the speed all the way up to 4 times right there and back down to half speed, full speed. We can even see the calendar right here. So if we had more footage previously recorded, we could sort it by date and time as well, so you can easily find what you need. We can also see down there, we can clip the footage if we want. So we can do a little editing right here, trimming, we can delete it. And you can see the start time and the duration right there. We could hit delete or cancel. And then we could view a cloud album. We have a couple other features too we can get to in a little bit. But if we're done viewing previous footage, just hit that live icon again and we're back to the live view in the main camera controls. Right here, we can easily snap a photo as well. That'll save right to our mobile device. We can also view everything in full screen. We can see the camera controls that we'll go over once we have it installed outside. We can adjust at the bottom the video quality from SD all the way up to HD. We also have a microphone for two-way audio that we'll test in a minute. We can also hear the sound as well from what's going on outside. We can also check the cloud events right here too. So we can see detected sound, detected movement, so you can sort it, which is great. And then we can edit it right there too. So that's your nice cloud events and the notifications you get on your phone. We also have this more option down here so we can record footage if we want. So let's go ahead. We're recording this right now. When we're done, we can just hit stop. Saves it locally to your mobile device. And we have your cloud album again right here. So there we go. If we had anything uploaded, we could do that with our nice cloud space. And then we also have this light right here, on, off, or auto. Let's go ahead, let's turn it on. You can see now we have a great light on this camera too that's decently bright. So we can go back, let's just change that to auto again so it can come on later on. But that's all of your settings at a very quick glance. Now let's go outside, get this installed, and come back and look at some more footage. So you can see right here, we have the camera installed on the exterior of this wood support column on my porch. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. Installation really is as simple as attaching those 4 screws to your structure. And in this case, I chose to run the cable on the outside just right along the camera, down the wood column right there, so you can see the exposed cable. They have a nice cutout in the base as well, in case that's the way you want to go. Or you can get creative. You can drill a hole and mount it inside and hide that cable. You're going to have your own unique mounting experience, but in this case, this was the easiest option for this solid wood column right here, just to run the cable on the exterior. So we're outside now with the camera at night with the light on. You can see it's really a bright light. We're gonna go ahead and shine it in the yard so you can see what it's picking up. It's even reflecting off the car. The camera's not doing it justice, so the light's actually brighter than the camera even makes it look. But you can definitely tell in the yard. And then we can look back at the camera again too, so you can just see it's really, really bright. And now, just for fun, let's go ahead, let's walk back here. Let's turn the light off. So we can go ahead, we shut the light off. So there you go, you can see the difference it makes. So no light is on right now. And then we can go ahead, we can turn the light back on. So hopefully that gives you a good feel for how bright this light is at night. Now that the camera's been successfully installed, we can come back in here, test it out during the day and see how the pan, tilt, and zoom functionality works. So you can see it's about 4:50 in the evening right now, so we have a lot of sunlight left still. It's a beautiful fall day here. Look at how good the colors are and the quality of this camera. First up, let's zoom in on this car right here. Again, 2.7x, you can see that. We can go all the way to 4x right there. And look at the details still. Everything's really nice, really clear, all the way up to 4 times zoom, and then we can go right back out. Now we can look at the pan, tilt, and zoom. So just for fun, let's go all the way to the left with the camera. So you can see how far this goes. We can see the neighbor's house, and we can look back on our own house even, which is great. And then let's bring it all the way to the right. So we're gonna go all the way in the other direction. It's very responsive, given that it's on Wi-Fi right now. It's probably going to respond faster or slower depending on your network speeds and the strength of your router, that sort of thing. So we can see our house all the way back to our house again, our front door and our front window. So we have a lot of protection and a lot of coverage with this camera setup. It's really cool. And then we can look to the sky if we wanted as well. And then we can look all the way straight down. So now let's go ahead, let's look straight down. So here we go. Look at that, all the way down, guys. That's really cool. And then let's see, now we can start looking all the way up to see where that takes us, right about there. So we can see the car driving by. It's really nice, guys, really cool. Bring it down a little bit. I held it too long. So it'll take a little bit to get used to the controls, to give it the proper pan, tilt, and zoom that you want. Not too fast, not too slow, that sort of thing. But you can just touch each of those dots, and you can see it just moves like a little bit for you. So if you want to really adjust the camera properly, you can just do that. So everything looks really nice. We can see the houses across the street. It's got a lot of great features, and those controls are so easy to use. In case you're wondering too, oh, there's another car driving by. We could change the quality to standard if we wanted, if for some reason it's being too laggy, too jittery, that sort of thing. Two-way audio works great, so people outside can hear you just fine, and then you can listen in as well. So that's really neat. We have more footage recorded, so we could go to that playback tab now if we wanted. So we could kind of just filter through events that have been happening. So there's some footage from earlier, moving the camera around. Say we know the time, well, we could scroll right there if we wanted. And then we can even use the calendar, again, like we showed earlier, to find the date and specific time as well. So that's really nice, guys, really cool. We can jump back to live really quick. You can see we also have this little refresh icon right there. And then we also have, to the right, we have what looks like a target. So we can go ahead and we could select that too. But we hit the refresh icon, and it looks like it's going to rotate the camera around for us on its own. So you can see it set it all the way back up. So now it's all the way to the right, and it's working its way back. So that's doing that automatically. I'm not controlling that at all. So it's giving us a nice look right there. We can let this play its course really quick. See if it does anything else. And once it's done, so it's in its position right there, We can hit that target icon too. And if we want to save this spot for the camera, we can add it as a preset. So then you could name it, hit save. Anytime you want to go to that preset, you can do that right from within the tab, which is really cool. So let's bring the camera back up a little bit more. There we go. Let's go up a smidge more and then a little bit to the left. Jump to the left a little more as well too. There we go. It's going to take a second for it to catch up. So you can kind of get a feel for what this is going to be like on your network too. But overall, very responsive. Definitely impressed with that. And again, look at the quality, especially as the camera's trying to deal with the sunlight in the sky, but all the shadows and shade now from the trees and surrounding houses. It looks really accurate to me. Nothing's overexposed or too underexposed or anything like that. So it looks great. Really happy with the daytime footage. Now let's come back and look at some nighttime footage. So now it's 9:30 at night. We can see what the night vision camera settings look like, and I'm really impressed. Ooh, cool. A car just drove by too, so you get a feel for what it looks like if you're facing a street or a driveway with headlights in the picture. Everything looks great, guys. Look at the great detail. You can see everything on that car out front. We can see that black thing in the yard. That's a trash bag, so we have some trash in the yard. Then we can just kind of rotate the camera a little bit to the left. See if anything changes. So there we go. No, the details look great with the night vision. It's even capturing that street light way down the block. Now we can kind of move it back to the other direction too. Actually, we're going to leave it right there for a second if it stops. And then we're going to try to go up as far as we can. So there's a street light really close to my house. So I wanted to shine it on that to see if this angle or anything else messes with it. So you can see it is messing with the camera lens a little bit. So let's bring it down some. Let's see if that does anything. Yep, so as soon as we drop it down a little bit, it's then using that light to help illuminate everything in the distance. So you don't want to shine it directly at a street light like I just did there. But good to know to see how it compensates. Now we're going to rotate it further to the right now. We'll see how everything looks. So far, so good, guys. Really nice detail. Really does a great job preserving everything like we could have hoped for. So it looks really nice. We can see the neighbor's window too with the light, and then some other street lights down the block. So everything looks really good at night. Let's bring it back towards the center now, and then we're going to try out the built-in light feature to see how that changes anything. So I got it a good spot right here. We're ready to go. So you can see at the bottom, we have the light currently set to off. You can have it to come on for auto, or we can turn it directly on. So let's go ahead, let's just turn it directly on and see how the camera adjusts to the light. So there we go, the light's on, it's really bright. Look, everything's in color again, like it's daylight out almost. So you no longer have to have the night vision on, and look at how good it does in this environment where it's being lit up by that street light up there, but majority from the light we just turned on. I am really impressed with that light. It is bright, as you could see earlier in the video when we went outside and tried it out. And now we're looking back at the house. Everything looks really good, guys. This is really cool. So that light is definitely helping light up everything else to give this camera just a great view. Really clear. Everything's in color again. No longer the IR sensor. And it's just really impressive how wide that light angle is and how powerful that light is, so we can really see everything about that car, the neighbor's house. We can even see the neighbor's house color and their green front door. So it's doing a really good job here at night as well. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this camera during the daytime and the nighttime test. I'd love to hear from you guys and your thoughts and opinions. Would you buy this camera? Did you buy this camera? What camera are you using, or what camera do you have your eye on? I'd love to chat with you guys about that in that comment section below. So be sure to leave your thoughts down there. If you're interested in this product, don't forget the link to it will also be in my video description below. So please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Hit that like button for us. Subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily and don't want you guys to miss anything. Thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please give us a follow online as well too. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can message us on WeChat. Check out our website and join our free newsletter. Give us a follow on Twitch and join our Discord server as well. Thank you guys for watching. New content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.